InterChem is a 60-person family with offices in Singapore, Rotterdam, Houston, Dubai, Seoul, Shanghai and Rio de Janeiro, working round the global clock. As one office closes, activity in another office begins. This does indeed sound like a stressful operation, so it takes big talents to thrive in it. It's in Rotterdam, the second largest city in the Netherlands and home to the largest port in Europe, that the company's roots were first sunk, a heritage that's driven by the relentless pursuit of excellence.
I think two things which were brought in by the founders of the company we still see as a heritage of the company, and one is of course the entrepreneurial approach, which was brought in by the founders. The other thing is that we are, I always call it a flexible partner. We look to the customers, we look what their needs are, and that can be different, but we still want to look at from the customer perspective as a flexible partner. We adjust our services to what our customers really need.
A market is made up of human actions. If you understand how people normally react to a change in the marketplace, you're already one step ahead. So that's the abstract part of trading. You can be very scientific, but we must understand that the human being react out of emotion. The business is still very human.
As a trading company, you still go from the old relationship of the customer, the eye-to-eye contact, to the American market, which is a market that is providing better and faster tools for the trading community to manage financial risk. And then you move into Asia, which is a developing market, great in opportunity, but you have to understand the mental and physical process of doing business in Asia.
In spite of the differences between East and West, the team is still able to maintain the integrity of the company across the global business, even as the rules of trading have become more sophisticated over the years. But the InterChem traders not only have to be creative, they also have to be entrepreneurs.
We put a lot of responsibility to the individual traders, and those guys know what we expect from them, but we also don't want to put those guys in a cage. We build flexible systems around those guys so that we can optimal profit from their skills, from their experiences.
Following this entrepreneurial spirit, the 90s saw a major expansion of the company. In 1997, the Singapore office opened its doors as a gateway to Asia. In order to be closer to the fast-growing Asian markets, InterChem moved its entire headquarters to Singapore in 2000. With the headquarters moved to Singapore, several Asian offices were also set up to extend InterChem's reach into the different key trading regions. Through these new offices, industry knowledge has been enhanced.
We saw that shift as well, as the markets in Europe and US are basically already completely set, and all the consumption was here.
In today's world, everything moves so quickly. Information moves instantaneously, overnight, from one region to another. The customer wants our response and our services to be provided as soon as his problem or opportunity arises.
InterChem is now an independent global trading company that has been active in the industry for more than 3 decades. In this span of time, the company has evolved from a local European trading house to a global trading organization with a presence in key petrochemical hubs and more.
They have certainly evolved in many ways. From a business perspective, they have gone from an opportunistic trader to what I would say a value provider now in the supply chain of the petchem industry. Their global footprint is even more entrenched than 10 years ago.
As InterChem's strengths rest on the ability to source products through an extensive global network, long-term access to multiple storage and shipping options is critical, while providing round-the-clock service led by the Singapore headquarters, where the company has firmly established itself as a full-service provider. Seizing the opportunities at the right time, the InterChem product and service portfolio has expanded from strength to strength.
The petrochemical market allows we as traders to capitalize and take the opportunity to supply the markets that are inefficient. we are able to make certain margins out by being able to supply or purchase from the more inefficient market and supplying that to the market that needs our product more.
Today, InterChem trades primarily in two groups of products: energy components and petrochemicals.
We have already a core group of products. So when we choose a product, it must be closely linked to or integrated into what we are doing. That product has to be a very liquid product. That product should be something that is easier to procure, easier to sell. So unless we have a certain liquidity, we can build a certain volume and we can be of service to people. Over the years, we grow very slowly in products. We are more focused on doing a better job on the core group of products than we are going to be a general trading company.
During this period, the trading product portfolio also expanded, and so did the InterChem brand, which has since become a benchmark for other companies in the business.
These folks are very well respected in the industry as being a very credible and reliable trading counterparty. I would say that InterChem has evolved over the last 10 years or so from a small company to a global player in the petchem industry.
I always imagine InterChem surfing on the waves. To stay on top of the wave, you have to be very nimble in action, but very sturdy in your footing. And to stay there on top for 10 years requires more than just skill. It requires extreme discipline.
Somehow they seem to know how to identify the right talent that fits the culture of the company. So you might have very competent students, but based on just grades alone, it's never enough. A lot of the roots of InterChem started from the fact that it's a family-owned. Business families think long-term. And the fact that this is privately held, they report because this is the right way in which you keep your people informed. So therefore, to me, they go beyond the volatility of the market.
As a whole, it's a very encouraging place to work in.
I'm happy working in InterChem is because there isn't any boundaries or tensions. You work hard to enjoy much more.
InterChem 是一个非常有创造性的公司。我们的团队大家相互帮助，一起学习，一起成长，一起放松，大家很开心在一起工作。InterChem 会给我们员工很多培训，有 experience 的同事会帮助我们去每天去理解市场，去帮助你去进步。
One of the reasons that contributes to its success is its uniqueness and its approach to the marketplace. I think there's a much more stronger emphasis on cultivating and building customer relationships.
With such high value placed in the complexities of human nature, it's no wonder that the company believes in the efficacy of a people-based management system, a system that has groomed the future generations of InterChem traders.
We want a sustainability as an employer whereby our employees feel that they can participate in the wealth of the company. Where their skills are challenged, we need to continue to have a pipeline concept in the organization whereby the people at the top give way to the people at the bottom. For that to happen, we need to always have a pipeline of young, talented people being mentored through the organization. What defines us is our commitment to this industry. We are a petrochemical trading company that today embraces a couple of steps upstream into gasoline. But who we are today, I think, is pretty much defined. And who we are tomorrow will always revolve around this core business. We want, of course, our employees to feel that they own this company. This is a big family in relative terms. This is the kind of concept we want our employees to feel that is theirs for keeps.